Alright, so here today, guess what? We're almost at that time of the year, our favorite time of the year, awaiting the biggest thing that is not a banner, right? It's not a banner. And we're at that point where I'm actually very curious what they do this time. Players are guessing, and they're doing the same thing. Last time, I think that almost nobody could guess it. Until we got the teaser, nobody could guess who it actually was. Like, we were at that point where we were like, oh, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. None of those are right. And as you all know, last time was a little bit different, so I'm going to show this to you before someone fact checks me. And it's like, no, it's next week. No, it's not. It's actually different this time because they held it on a different day than usual, right? So today, let's jump into it. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Helps out a ton. Let's hop into it. Let me show you the information that I got for you, and I hope you enjoy it. First up, what are we talking about? We are talking about this. As you all know, when a Labyrinth season kicks up, what happens prior is Chaos Arena. What is it? What is it called? Hero Arena. Chaos PvP, Hero Arena, Labyrinth. Yeah, that's the 3 modes. And yeah, before it is, Hero Arena. How it works is Hero Arena will go into Labyrinth, and Labyrinth will go into the release of the LR character and Hero Arena again. Last time, this is why it feels awkward. I know, you're gonna be like, GoGo, you're lying here. It does not feel like it's LR time because, you know, last time was 3 weeks. Yeah, you had 3 weeks between the seasons, being this was actually 3 weeks long. They did it that way because they were launching the collaboration right after, so they wanted to like give a break between it, and they wanted to release the LR character on a banner day, not a standard day. Because if it's a standard day, you can't put it on the banner and you lose sales, correct? Because literally that is the case. If you don't already know that is the case, all right? Because remember this. This is the next update. This is 9/14, so whenever Labyrinth concludes, September 14th, right over here, September 14th is when Labyrinth was supposed to conclude. When it concludes, it starts the new Hero Arena season, and it releases the new LR. Right, last LR was again Liz, which nobody guessed, by the way. Let me make that clear, until we got hints. And then again, Hero Arena Season 4 will open. That's what's going to happen, right? And why am I saying like they're going to lose sales? How they do it, and this is how they do it, is that they will put the banner character just like that. You know, right there, rated up, not even rated up, sorry, just there. You know, it's a bait thing in a way because the chance of you pulling this is very low, but they'll put it here because, you know, they'll get some extra sales on the banner that they may not have gotten sales on, correct? It's a very good marketing strategy, in my opinion, but again, that's there. So we are at that point where we're supposed to get this character. My thing is, it's going to be a Hawk and Oslo banner, and whoever the character is going to be on there. So I am curious on who they put on there, right? Like, it wasn't out of the ordinary to put Liz there because low-key they kind of synergize in a way. But, you know, I'm curious on what Hawk and Oslo gets. It's going to be such an awkward thing, but you better hope you have the character because you do not want to be summoning on Hawk and Oslo while you have, what, Annie right after, and then after that, Christmas, which mostly people like to do, like, Christmas units, and we get Christmas waifus. People going crazy. Christmas Escanor, who knows, man? Potential is there. Then, right after that, end of year. So, you summoning on Hawk and Oslo is going to be miserable, but just know that. November 9th, we're going to get something, right? November 9th is going to be our LR debut. So we're only a few days away. Guess what? Tonight's the night we're supposed to get a teaser if they're following the Escanor mentality. If it's a very, very hyped LR, that's how they did it. But again, I will be very honest with you. With King and with LR Liz, they did not tease you until Sunday night. So, we are at that point where we're almost there. The reason I'm making this video today is just because we could get a teaser today. We're going to talk about who the fudge we're potentially getting, because there is a lot of characters that can definitely get a buff. And again, nobody predicted this Liz would get it. We were like, Goddess Liz? You know, this, we saw LV Melly, one of the most popular and oldest festival units, so that made sense. Then we got a Green Escanor, one of the most popular units, so we're like, okay, they did old and popular. Boom, there's going to be all these units, and we listed out like 30 units. Now we got Red Liz, something we didn't expect, and we're like, oh, well, there's no, what is it, continuity, there's nothing here, it's just whatever they want to pick, they'll pick, right? Because again, they wanted to give you a Nidhogg unit. That's what she was. She was really a Nidhogg unit, and not just a Nidhogg unit. She's still very good on outside stuff, but that's why they give it to you. They knew that, like, oh, we can milk this very well, and it worked, right? Every player is not going to complain about this because, like, every player, or almost every player, will relegate her to being the best unit in the game because, like, Nidhogg is a joke. You can close your eyes and clear Nidhogg now. That's how good she is as a character. So no one's going to insult her. That's why. They literally did it so well, put this character as that, and won. They won, bro. But let's start with the unit. Let's see who it is. All right, so you want to hear the running theories as of right now? People are going with Nunchuck Bond because they want a human. Correct? So they're saying Nunchuck Bond has a lot of potential. People are saying Deanne, right? Because again, Giants haven't gotten much this year. Realize that now. So, like, the only unit you got was Aaron, and you know how much he folded. But we could get, like, a real big Aaron buff here, you know, get a nice giant. Which giant would that be? Well, you got me there. People were speculating Halloween Deanne. They were speculating Creation Deanne. That could also work. They were speculating beyond that. Maybe like a very, very old Deanne up here. Those could definitely work. Like, Deanne has a lot of potential. They are going in like the spirit of unknown race characters, so we could definitely get an old Merlin. They, buff up Ultra Rush Merlin, even though she has so much use case. Red Merlin over here gets a buff up. That could definitely happen. These are definitely new Merlins, so I think beyond these three, it's gonna kind of be wraps for Merlin. There's also a non-Sin character, but I do think that, again, the theory is right. They're gonna take care of Sins first, but if they were to give like a buff to a Jericho, she could actually become a very good character again, correct? Jericho back in the day was actually very popular, very strong too. This Jericho is still used, kind of, but if you gave her a buff, dude, damn, for a human, seemed like we'd be kind of crazy. But again, I think that unknown team is kind of done, right? So if I were to filter it by it and like say unknown characters, I really think unknowns are just getting way too much support, that they're not going to give any support. They're probably going to give an LR that counters, the aspect of that. Whoever that race may be, but I don't think that LR is going to get it, right? If you give it to like Gother, imagine Red Gother gets it. Damn, dude. Break the game. Imagine Hawk and Oslo gets it. Oh my god, let me not say that. Merlins could definitely get it. That is potential. That makes a lot of sense though. Beyond that, that's really it. So like for this category, it's like Gother and Merlin are the really only big contenders. If you were to go for Giant, right, because that exists, it's again mainly like this Deanne. Maybe if they want to do that one, they could do any Deanne. They've done seasonals, right? It's fully potential that they can do this. They can also do Creation Deanne, right? She was like a big Deanne back in the day. So that could definitely work, because again, it's Giants, right? Giants definitely don't have too much, and this year, so especially not too much. It could be a Matrona for all we know. Could be that too. Could be, nah, I still think they're gonna do Sins. Honestly, I still think that. And again, I do think also, like, we got a demon, so I don't think it's gonna be a demon. We got a goddess, I don't think it's gonna be a goddess, and we got a human, I don't think it's gonna be a human, right? So my main theories are then Fairy, right? Because again, it's like, it's kind of overdue. I think that Fairy race can really, like, they got such a good lane this year, right? That if you were to give an LR to this team, like, they actually, if you don't really know, they're doing very good in Chaos Battle. I think it's Jelly King. I think it's Jelly King that is carrying in Chaos Battle, actually. He's very good. Now he's nuked out of orbit because his points are way too high to rent him. So that team is fully dead now, but it was there for a good day or two, right? And it was very solid. So if you were to give it, like, Fairy team has a lot of potential here to actually get an LR. And if you were to give it to him, Small Wing King is his option. Please, I beg of you, do not give Old Fart King it. I do not want to see Old Fart King have it. Red King could get it. Blue King could get it. Even Green King. Beyond that, again, I don't want to say these ones because I do think LRs are kind of relegated to Sins right now. But when we have our first ever non-Sin LR, we'll then know that the norm has shifted and anyone is just free game. At this moment in time, it's 3 Sins. So I'm going to say that you'll go to the Sins first and then go on beyond that, because you can't really Sin units. That's kind of true. Other than, seasonals, not new ones. But yeah, that's why I'm currently kind of saying it. But again, I do think that Small Wing King has a lot of potential to get one. I do think that Old Fart King doesn't deserve one. Please don't. I do not want to be using Old Fart King in PvP, bro. Just let me use my old King, man. Over here, one of these 3 Kings could definitely work. But I definitely think that, out of all the Kings they could choose, it would be the best idea to choose the Festival one. Because he really, for like the meta that they're currently running, like, he could be a great buffer. Like, very great. Or rather, if he gets a great buff, that team is just kind of nasty, because you have this over here. Where is she? Yeah, it's gonna be pretty nice, right? And going against Albedo, I'm curious on how that sort of unfolds. But beyond that, again, I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be Goddess. And if it was Goddess, there's no Sin left, right? So can't really be that. When it's Demon, it's literally just Meliodas, right? So you're running out of Sins at this point. You know what I mean? You're running out of Sins. But again, if it's like Zeldris, it could be Zeldris, right? That definitely can happen. If it's human, LR Arthur makes no sense because you're getting an Arthur most likely, right? Again, and not a Sin. Bond makes a lot of sense. They could give it to Perg Bond. They could give it to Green Bond. Like, Nunchuck Bond is the one everyone's running with. It makes the most sense because he used to be good back in the day, like very good. And now, he could use a buff. Escanor already got one, so obviously not Escanor. But again, that's really it for the Sins. Jericho could get one. I would love one. Anybody here? They could do their first ever OC buff and then trigger 99% of the community because everyone's like, oh, too much OC, you're gonna kill the game. But yeah, that's kind of what I think. Let me know what you think about that too. But the speculation really is running towards a Festival King, a Nunchuck Bond, one of the Merlins, one of the Deannes. Beyond that, right, I don't think it's going to be a demon. That's not there. I think that demon, goddess, and human should be chalked off because you already gave those races enough when the aspect of LR, right? Give it to the other ones. Again, I think that fairy deserves one right now. They're definitely a very dead meta right now, right? In the aspect of just units. They've only gotten 1 unit all year, right? But then again, what did Giant get? Giant just got technically Aaron, correct? And he's partial Giant. So, well, they did get this. How dare I forget? They did get this, which unironically wasn't a bad unit. So both have potential. Let me know what you think. I am very curious down below. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, peace out, enjoy. Been it for me. Just a quick little talk about who we might be getting, and it's only a few days away. So teaser tonight, hopefully, but I think that is not hyped enough. So it's Sunday night or Monday night. So you'll be waiting. You'll be waiting.